Last night, sometime after 1 a.m., there was a fire started in the underground network, which is the power grid that feeds the downtown area of Columbus. We're not exactly sure what caused the fire yet. We're looking into it. Coincidentally, or not coincidentally, that manhole where the fire started is right next to where the underground water main break occurred earlier in January. We know a lot of water got down into the system during that break. We also know a lot of salt was put onto the street to help melt the ice as a result of that. And so there's some speculation that the salt and the corrosion that occurred underground may have been part of the source for what occurred last night.
How powerful were these explosions?
They were extremely powerful. As you can see behind us, there's a brand new manhole on the ground here. This manhole cover exploded out. Portions of that manhole went into the Chase building directly behind me and broke the windows. So it was a very powerful explosion. Unfortunately, there was nobody out in the street at that time and nobody was injured.
And when will things be back to normal around here?
Right now, the best projection I have is that by 10 a.m. we should have power back to the main grid system here downtown, and so all the buildings that are out right now should be back by 10 a.m. The hotels are not affected, so those properties that are supporting the Arnold and the facilities where the Arnold are, they are not affected, so we shouldn't see any impact to them at all. But everyone else should be back by around 10 a.m.
Anything else you want to add that I may not have asked about?
We have about 11 or 12, most of our underground network crew working right now between the underground vault right there and the underground vault behind me. And we have all of our resource working safely, and these are the skilled guys that went over to New York when they had the major underground network power outages from Hurricane Sandy. So those guys are putting the power back on right now, and we should have it back shortly.
What do these vaults look like and what's in them?
Basically, the area that we're in right now is called the secondary system, and that's where the lower voltage, it's just basically lead power lines, they're insulated power lines, take power into the buildings that you see around us. So the area that actually where the fire was is just power cables.
How big are the vaults?
They're big enough for a man to get in and stand and be able to work around, but they're not very large. They're not much bigger than the space for a full-size adult to stand up and work.